Good afternoon, everyone. This is the regularly scheduled Ways and Means Committee and the first of our year, so Happy New Year to all. And let's begin our process. I'm John Quincy, Chair of the committee, joined by Councilmember Yang, Vice President Glidden, Council Members Andrew Johnson and Lisa Bender. Also joined by Lene Palmisano is here with us, as well as Jacob Fry has joined us up front. We have 18 items on the printed agenda, on our consent agenda. I'm also going to be adding a 19th item, which I'll get to in a few moments. It'll also be on our consent agenda. The first item is the cable television services contract with Comcast Cable for the Convention Center. Then there's the Convention Center procurement. It's a bid for the Convention Center's remodel of their show offices. Finance and Property Services and the Procurement Department bring forward a bid for the low bid with Ebert Construction for Curry Maintenance Facility, the truck wash replacement. There's a bid for Animal Care and Control, the Dog Run Project. And we have Finance and Property Services also bringing forward an item related to First Police Precinct parking contract, approving a resolution authorizing the issuance of tax-exempt increment revenue bond refunding bonds in compliance with applicable Minnesota state statutes for Village at St. Anthony Falls and Grant Park project tax increment refunding bonds. Community Planning and Economic Development brings forward, or will bring forward, the Metropolitan Council Livable Communities Local Housing Incentive Account grants, and those items will be referred to CD on their meeting tomorrow. The Downtown East Commons Development, this is an executed contract with Hargraves and Associates, and that also is going to be referred back to CD. From the Executive Committee, we have the 2014 Pay Equity Report, as well as two tentative labor agreements with City of Minneapolis and the Stationary Engineers Unit, and the Minneapolis and Water Maintenance Technician Unit. From Health, Environment, and Community Engagement Committee, we have the U-Care grant for children with asthma, estimated revenue of $25,000 from U-Care. U-Care Skyway Senior Center, this is accepting a grant of $186,000 for the operation of the Skyway Senior Center. The Transportation and Public Works Committee is bringing forward execution of a contract with Hennepin County for Sentencing to Serve program. We have the increase of a contract with Thomas & Sons Construction for the Penn Avenue Street Reconstruction Project, and authorizing a submittal for application for state funds through MnDOT's Safe Routes to School program. We also have the Southwest Light Rail Project Master Funding Agreement, as well as the acceptance of single bids and low bids for several construction projects and supplies and materials for various divisions within Public Works. And then the authorizing the issuance of a request for proposals for artists to design new artwork to be integrated into the new Nicollet Mall. And so that is a request for proposal issuance authorization. The additional item I'd like to bring forward is a walk-on. It's coming from our city attorney's office. This is an acceptance of a grant from the Minneapolis Downtown Improvement District and authorization to enter into a third amended agreement. I'm just passing out a couple as I read along. If we can have folks join that. This is accepting the grant of $200,000 from the Minneapolis Downtown Improvement District. This is for the Downtown 100 and Focus 1824 initiatives. This authorizing city officials to execute that third amendment, which will continue through the end of this year. For those 19 items, are there any questions or comments from my colleagues? I see Councilmember Fry has a comment, so feel free.
Councilmember Quincy, I don't know if this would be better to do now or just prior to the vote on consent, but I would just like to comment briefly on the Hargreaves proposal.
Sure, please go ahead and do that. We'll do that.
You ready right now?
Yes, please.
Thank you. So I guess what you're about to vote on, which I'm assuming is going through on consent, I certainly don't want to pull anything off, nor can I, since I'm not on the committee. But the designer for the yard, the Commons, has been chosen by staff, which is Hargreaves. It's the firm Hargreaves is very, very impressive. About 17 to 20 or somewhere in that range firms submitted proposals. We then interviewed, I believe, 4. And I mean, Hargreaves definitely shown. This is the firm that ultimately designed the Queen Elizabeth Park at the 2012 Olympic Games. They've done numerous parks and public spaces, plazas around the country. They're pure class. So I think this is definitely the firm that can enable this space to be kind of the city's kitchen table. So just wanted to speak on behalf of that, and I appreciate the opportunity.
Sure. Thank you for that comment. We look forward to a more robust discussion of that project, I'm sure, in tomorrow's Community Development Regulatory Services Committee, as I understand it. So I'd like to move all 19 items. Any further questions, comments? Seeing none, all in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed? Those items carry. Move forward to the next council meeting, and thank you very much. We stand adjourned.